Hey guys, it's Miss Smith. So we are analyzing the poem Chicago by Carl Sandburg. So as your job today as a student is that we will be able to analyze Chicago by Carl Sandburg by making inferences about the text. Remember, when we make an inference, we're thinking through the text. We're making an assumption about what we're reading, and we're using our background knowledge to kind of help us make this inference. So we are going to do this together by looking at this poem. We're going to do a first read through this first stanza, and then we're going to start analyzing the stanza by answering some questions about the text and thinking through what the author, Carl Sandburg, is actually trying to tell us about Chicago. It says, Hog Butcher for the world, toolmaker, stacker of wheat, player with railroads and nation's freight handler, stormy, husky, brawling, city of the big shoulders. So when I read poems, I know it has a lot of information and it's kind of hard for me to really understand what the author is meaning if I don't read it a second time and really look through what each line is saying. We're going to read through a couple of lines together and kind of answer a couple questions to know a little bit more about what the text is saying. So, Hog Butcher for the world. We're going to pay attention to this. In your head, I want you to ask yourself, what is a hog butcher? So, we have two options. Do you think it's a person who chops pig meat or a person who chops cow meat? Think in your head. So, for me, what tells me that a hog butcher is a person who chops pig meat is one, I can look at this picture and see a pig here. A hog and a pig are basically the same thing. And then I know a butcher is the person that you go to when you want pieces of meat chopped for you. So that tells me that a hog butcher is a person who chops pig meat. So now putting this together in the text, this is telling me, or Carl Sandburg is telling me, that Chicago is the hog butcher of the world. So Chicago chops some pig meat up for people. Okay, let's keep going. It says tool maker. Let me think about this. This is the easiest inference I can make. What do you think a tool maker is? Think about it in your head. A person who makes tools or a person who sells tools? You should have gotten this one right. Yeah, a tool maker is someone who makes tools. So the assumption I can make, or the inference I can make, is that Chicago makes tools as well. Okay, let's look at the last line on the bottom, city of big shoulders. So when I look at this picture, I see big shoulders. I see a man with his shoulders like this, and he's doing this. And I like to do this when I think that I'm strong. I'm like, See? So that's what he's doing right there. So it's talking about the city and not the person. So I can already tell that we're not talking about people, we're talking about the city of Chicago. So based on those things, what does it mean when it says city of big shoulders? I want you to answer this question on your own. What does it mean when it says city of big shoulders? Does it mean that the people of Chicago have big arms, or does it mean that the city of Chicago is strong? So you should have gotten that the city of Chicago is strong. The city has big shoulders, so that means it's strong. It's saying, yes, I'm Chicago, yes. That's what the city's basically saying. So this is what Carl Sandburg is telling us about the city of Chicago. I kind of answered this one for you. So what does this tell us about the city of Chicago? I want you to answer this on your own. Is the city of Chicago big, or is the city of Chicago strong? You should have got that the city of Chicago is strong. This is what it tells us, that the city of Chicago is strong. Let's look at our next stanza. So it says, they tell me you are wicked, and I believe them, for I've seen your painted women under the gas lamps luring the farm boys. And they tell me you are crooked, and I answer, yes, it is true. I have seen the gunmen kill and go free to kill again. And they tell me you are brutal. And my reply is, on the faces of women and children, I have seen the marks of wanton hunger. And having answered, so I turn once more to those who sneer at my city. And I give them back the sneer and say to them. So we stopped it right there. I know it cuts off a little bit. But looking at these words, I want us to kind of identify some definitions of some words. So let's start with the word wicked. What does it mean to be wicked? Think about it in your head. Do you think wicked means to be evil, or do you think that wicked means to be good? So wicked means evil. We can look at this witch. When we think about witches, we think of evil people. So wicked means evil. Now let's look at the word crooked. Do we think that crooked means to do illegal things or to do legal things? Thinking about it in your head, look at the picture. Do you think that it means to do something illegal, something you should not do? Or does it mean to do something legal, which is something you should do or it's okay to do? So crooked means to do illegal things. This is a picture of a crook. He's a criminal. And so when we think about crooked, think about bad things, think about things that are illegal. Now let's look at the word brutal. So when I think of the word brutal, I like to look at this picture right here. And based on this picture, think in your head, does brutal mean nice or friendly, or does it mean harsh or violent? Based on this picture, what do you think it means? So brutal is going to mean harsh or violent. So I know that they're wicked, they're evil. It's saying that it's the city of Chicago is evil because there's painted women who are luring farm boys. It basically means that they're women who stand in the corner and they're telling the farm boys to come on. And then it says, and they tell me that you are crooked. And I answered, yes, it is true. I have seen the gunman kill and go free. This is saying that the city of Chicago, people doing in the city do illegal things. They kill and they go free all the time. And it says, and they tell me you are brutal. And my reply is, on the faces of women and children, I have seen the marks of wanton hunger. Saying that there's harsh conditions happening in Chicago. People are going hungry. Women and children are hungry. So based on those things that we just identified, looking at this whole stanza, are we talking about good things happening in Chicago or bad things happening in Chicago? Are we talking about good or bad things happening in Chicago? I want you to answer this question. A is good, B is bad. Yeah, we're talking about bad things in Chicago. Chicago does not seem like it has a lot of good things going based on this stanza. This is the challenges that the people of Chicago face. Hashtag challenges. Let's go to our next stanza. It says, come and show me another city with lifted head singing, so proud to be alive and coarse and strong and cunning, flinging magnetic curses amid the toil of piling job on job. Here is a tall, bold slugger, set vivid against the little soft cities, fierce as a dog with tongue lapping for action, cunning as a savage pitted against the wilderness, bareheaded, shoveling, wrecking, planning, building, breaking, rebuilding. So that was a powerful message, but I kind of need to break it down because it was a lot to take in. I noticed the word strong, I noticed the word proud, and I noticed the word fierce. Let's focus on those words only. Based on the words proud, strong, proud, and fierce, are these good things or bad things about Chicago? Are we talking about good or bad things in Chicago? If we're talking about strong, proud, and fierce. Yeah, we're talking about good things that are happening in Chicago. Like it says, show me another city, lifted head, singing so proud. Show me some other city that has proud people like we do, that are strong. Show me some other people who are strong like Chicago people, that are fierce as a dog. Show me somebody who's as fierce as Chicago, because you're not going to have another city. This is what Carl Sandburg is saying. Like, Chicago is strong, we are proud, and we love ourselves. Hashtag resilient, because although we had those challenges previously that I talked about, we're also very resilient. This is what Carl Sandburg is telling us. So let's look at our last stanza. It says, under the smoke, dust all over his mouth, laughing with white teeth. Under the terrible burden of destiny, laughing as a young man laughs, laughing even as an ignorant fighter laughs who has never lost a battle, bragging and laughing that under his wrist is the pulse and under his ribs the heart of the people, laughing, laughing the stormy, husky, brawling, laughter of youth, half naked, sweating, proud to be hog butcher, tool maker, stacker of wheat, player with railroads, and fright handler to the nation. Ooh, bam. Okay. So we got a lot of that, a lot of like sass in this last stanza. I'm going to be honest. Like I see the word laughter so many times in this stanza, and it sounds like the city's bragging about itself. Like we are proud to be hog butchers. We're proud to be tool makers. We're proud to be stacker of wheat. Um, so based on that, this is a question for you to answer. It's saying that Chicago is laughing and bragging about itself. What does this tell us about Chicago? Is it A, that Chicago is a proud city, or B, Chicago is a bad place to live? You should have got that Chicago is a proud city. These things tell us that Chicago is proud. So let's put it all together in our exit ticket. So your exit ticket is on here. You're going to answer this question for your exit ticket. This tells me that you got a good understanding of the poem Chicago and that you're ready for our next lesson. This tells me you got the overall gist of what Carl Sandburg is telling us about Chicago. So for your exit ticket question, it says, what does our poem tell us about the city of Chicago? Is it telling us A, that Chicago is a hardworking city, but there is crime and hunger? Or B, even though it faces challenges, Chicago is a proud and resilient city? Which one sounds more like what we've talked about today? A, Chicago is a hardworking city, but there is a crime and hunger? Or B, even though it faces challenges, Chicago is a proud and resilient city? You should have gotten B. Although Chicago faces these challenges, they face hunger, they face being wicked, being crooked. Although the city has all these challenges that are going on, the city's still proud and the city is still resilient. People still love Chicago. Chicago is strong and it is proud. That is the end of our lesson. That is the overall message I need you guys to take with you is that Chicago is proud and resilient despite the challenges that they face. That is it for today, or at least for this video. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I am out. Bye, guys.